The fellow stringers couldn't help but curse at Lewis a couple of times, but since they had already gotten most of the footage they needed, they didn't dwell on it. Instead, they turned around and called the TV station. Lewis took the opportunity to quietly follow behind them, eavesdropping on their negotiation with the TV station. In the end, the stringers sold the footage for $300. Hearing this tempting price, Lewis immediately decided to try his luck at the TV station as well. But when he brought his footage to the TV station producer, the woman showed little interest in his work. It turned out that they had already obtained the relevant footage from someone else.
Okay, well, we're getting that from Ace.
I was there. I was much closer to what happened.
This sentence immediately piqued her interest. As the head of the news department, Lisa needed more shocking footage to grab the audience's attention, and by chance the footage Lewis had risked his neck to shoot contained some slightly graphic content. Even though the image quality was rather blurry, Lisa immediately saw its potential. In the end, Lewis sold his first ever piece of footage for $250, and as he was collecting his payment, Lewis took the chance to ask Lisa the question that had been on his mind. What kind of footage exactly were TV stations interested in? Because he had noticed that many incidents like fights and drunk driving received little to no attention, and filming them even got him chased away by the police repeatedly. This meant that he had wasted a lot of effort that night for nothing. It turned out that not all news stories captured the public's attention. TV stations had found that audiences were usually more interested in crime-related news, and if they added elements of racial discrimination to the mix, it would be even better. Besides that, any news related to the public's property safety, including fires, car accidents, and the like, would also capture the audience's interest. Lewis suddenly had an epiphany after hearing this. He told Lisa that he was a fast learner, and believed that they would be doing business together again very soon. The next day, when Lewis watched his news segment air on TV, he felt a surge of excitement and a sense of accomplishment, which further boosted his confidence to keep going in this line of work. After the experiences of the previous night, Lewis searched the internet for all the police codes, memorizing them over and over again, so that he could obtain police information more efficiently moving forward. But he knew that this was not enough. He needed an assistant to improve his efficiency. Lewis soon interviewed a street hustler named Jerry. Jerry had been unemployed for half a year. Unable to pay his rent, he was now living in the subway station, and was in desperate need of a job. So after some negotiations, Lewis finally hired him at the low wage of $30 a night. Then, to help Jerry get up to speed quickly, Lewis drove the car to the side of the road, teaching him all the police codes he had just learned. They waited like this until the sky turned completely dark, and finally a report of a fire came over the radio. They immediately set off for the scene. Lewis was in charge of driving, while Jerry was responsible for checking the navigation to guide him on the shortest route. However, their first collaboration was not a success, because Lewis was driving extremely fast, and kept urging Jerry non-stop. Jerry got flustered and read the directions wrong, causing them to take a huge detour before finally reaching the scene. By then, the other stringers had already finished filming and were packing up to leave.
Hey, nice camera!
Hearing the fellow stringers' mocking words, Lewis felt a surge of anger welling up inside him, but he didn't show his anger. He knew that good communication was the key to solving problems. Later, they hit the road again, and soon arrived at the scene of another shooting. But unfortunately, once